Hey there, just letting you know I'm doing a road trip up to Osoyoos and back from Vancouver, and yeah, stay to the end of the video because I will be reviewing all the stats from the app that I use, and I will review all the stats from the app that I'm using and give you my impression of can a standard range plus go to the Okanagan and back in a single day without any issues. And just a heads up, I've already done it. It's yeah, it can be done. It's a bit of timing, especially for Osoyoos since they don't have the Supercharger yet, but if you wanted to go to a Kelowna and back, yeah, not a problem. You gotta spend a little bit more time at Princeton Charger to go to Osoyoos and back. Anyway, yeah, stay to the end. Hi there, it's BCTESLAGUY. I'm just doing a quick road trip up to Osoyoos today, so I'm going there and coming right back. Just want to do a range test of my 2021 SR Plus. I've charged it to full and just left. So just starting off right now, you can see I've got my quintessential Tim Hortons stop before I head out. Anyway, so it's my first stop's going to be Princeton Supercharger. I believe it's 260 kilometers, yep. And it's saying the Tesla navigation saying I'm going to arrive in 2 hours and 59 minutes, and I'm going to have 22% left. And when I look at a better route planner, it says I'm going to arrive in 3 hours and 4 minutes, so the time's pretty close. But it also says I'm going to arrive with 13%, so that's 9% difference. So the guess is, from my experience, that Tesla does a better estimate of the range. So anyway, I'm going to do that. I'm going to stop at Princeton, I'm going to charge, and then I'm going to go to Osoyoos. On my way to Princeton, I'm going to stop at that new supercharger at Hope just to see if they put the power meter in, because I was there 2 weeks ago, it wasn't in. So we'll just see what the status is. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started on the road here. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be just shy of 800 kilometer round trip, but you know, it's not bad. I still got free supercharging, so this is a free trip for me anyway. So let's go ahead and get started. Hey there guys, it's Dennis. Just a quick update. Just entering Highway 1 from 232nd exit. So just getting going. Looks like there's going to be quite a bit of traffic, so I'm going to try and maintain 10 over, so that'll be like 110. Right now I'm sitting at 93%, 92%. Anyway, I will provide an update when we get near Hope. Thanks guys. Just a quick update, we're just pulling into the truck stop where the new Tesla Superchargers are. It's exit 168. You'll see from here it's just a quick exit off and right into the gas station, and then I'll do a quick stop there, take a look at the power meter, and then I'll also show you the on-ramp back onto the highway. But this definitely is the most convenient supercharger heading east out of Vancouver. So here's the exit. It's 260 or 168. So we just take a right here. And there's the Esso truck stop. It has the Ricky's restaurant, convenience stores, showers, bathrooms. Now
left onto Flood Hope Road.
Don't mind her. She
now
thinks
make a U-turn to stay on Pleasant Road.
I have her scheduled to take me to Princeton, so she's a little upset with me. Anyway, I'm gonna just pull over here by the.
Now turn right onto Flood Hope Road.
Pull over here by the Tesla plug-ins and just park there, and then I'm gonna go in and get a snack.
In 200 meters, take the TC1 East ramp on the left toward BC3, BC5.
So it's I just took a quick look. It's the same as it was before. No power meter. So we still got a bit of ways to go. Okay, so once you've done your charging, all you do is take the outcoming traffic.
In 200 meters,
So
take
just
the TC1 East ramp on the left toward BC3, BC5.
So just take the exit here, but just be sure to look right. That's where the trucks are coming from. And then the entrance to the highway is just right here. So we'll just head on over to there.
Now take the TC1 East ramp on the left.
So it's saying on the left, but actually it's just straight through. And there we go, we're back on the highway. By the way, I'm at 63%. I've traveled 126 kilometers, averaging 147 kilowatts per hour, watt hours per kilometer. And I've used 19 kilowatts. Anyway, I'll touch base with you again once we hit Princeton. Well, we just reached Manning Park turnoff here, so we're sitting at 195 kilometers driven, 35 kilowatts used, 181 watt hours per kilometer, and I've got 29%. Now Tesla now is telling me I'm going to arrive in Princeton with 19%. So a couple things to just bear in mind that I have is I do not have the aero wheels on, and I have the configuration for the tires set to no aero wheels as well. Down on Highway 1 there, traffic was pretty busy. I didn't really want to stay in the slow lane because it was going from like 70 kilometers up to 110. So I just stayed in the fast lane. So that one fluctuated, you know, between 100 and 120 kilometers an hour. So I'd say, you know, I'm doing a little bit more speed than I had started out wanting to do. But yeah, like right now I'm doing 110. So kind of doing 110 over. Not really concerned about arriving with 10% compared to 20%. It's not that much to charge, and for me right now it's free anyway. But yeah, I'll give you another update when I get to Princeton, but just wanted to let you know that it is not as good as Tesla was saying, and probably bear in mind that my speed, driving conditions, which they're really good, but I was driving faster than probably it expected. Anyway, I will touch base with you in about an hour. Well, we're just coming into Princeton here, so let's go look at the stats here. So originally Tesla had said we'd drive with 24%, and a better route planner had said we'd arrive with 13%. We are arriving with 15%. So the winner of the first stage is a better route planner. So I'm just going to pull into here at the Tesla charger. There's looks like one car there, and then we'll do a pit stop, and then we'll touch base again before we head on to the next phase here. This is the bathroom break here at the petrol can. There's a couple other locations that you can go as well. So I've been to this Princeton one previously, and it's a pretty good charger, pretty fast. So we'll take a look at that. I'll set it up, and then we'll see how fast we get. But I'm assuming that we'll get a pretty good speed. I didn't see that it was calibrating or warming up the battery, so we'll just have to wait and see. Okay, so here we go. We're just going to get it started. So it's 9:40 a.m. and I'm going to go plug in the car and we'll see how it goes for charging. Well, I guess I was recording a blank screen because I locked the car and walked away. So anyway, it looks like 9 minutes in, we've gone from 14 or 15% up to 44, so we've added 30%. I'm here at Princeton and I'm going to go to Osoyoos, but I want to make sure I have enough to go there and back because there's no fast chargers available in Osoyoos. I will be plugging into a level 2 charger to get, probably about 10% because I'll be there for about an hour for lunch. But yeah, no, going pretty good. Still charging at 82 kilowatts, which is pretty good. I'm saying 30 minutes to get to 90%. Okay, yeah. Hey there, it's Dennis. We're at Princeton. I've charged it up to 84%. That took about 35 minutes, I believe. I'll have to look at how long that actually took, but about 35 minutes from 14% to 85% or 84%. Now I'm looking at a better route planner to get me to Hope. It is now telling me I will arrive there with 53%. It's an hour and 20 minutes, 116 kilometers. And if I look at Tesla's going to tell me that I'm
Drive northeast on Crow's Nest Highway for 40.6 kilometers.
I'm going to arrive there with 58%, and I can actually get back to Princeton with 26%. So I don't need to charge in Osoyoos according to this, which is a great thing. But I am still going to plug into the level 2 charger down just off of Main Street there. Just to make sure that it actually works, and then we'll touch base then. So anyway, we're on our second leg. The winner to the closest estimate was a better route planner for the first leg, and now the second leg, I'm guessing that probably better route planner is going to win it as well, but let's give it a shot, see how it goes. It is now 10:18 and I should arrive in Osoyoos around 11:35, so before noon, so that's perfect for lunch. Anyway, we'll catch you on the other side. Okay, so I'm leaving Osoyoos at 12:45 p.m. So I've had my lunch, did a little bit of a charge. I went from 54% up to 59% on a level 2 charger downtown. So I'm just looking at the Tesla estimate, and it's showing that I'll get to Princeton with 31%. So with my guess, it was pretty close last time, so I'm thinking it's probably going to be 28, 29% when I get to Princeton. So then I'll do a quick charge there, take it up to 80, and then go to Abbotsford. Anyway, I will catch you on the other side. Before we get into the charts, I just want to quickly go over the contributing factors that I have that I've identified that affect the watt hours per kilometer that I got on my car during my trip to Osoyoos and back in one day. So one is I didn't have the aero wheel covers on, and I have it set to no aero wheel covers on the Tesla app within the car. I also have the tire pressure set to 41 pounds PSI instead of the 42. It's a bit softer ride, so the economy could be impacted by that. The weather was beautiful. It was 70 to 80 degrees. I think when I got to Osoyoos, it was 29 degrees Celsius, so it was up there. And then the major contributing factor for my higher wattage per kilometer used is speed. I drove as in the fast lane most of the way, staying with the flow of traffic on Highway 1, and then on Highway 3 I drove plus 10 kilometers over, up and down the hills, not trying to be economical at all. I had the air conditioning running, blasting the tunes. It was a nice relaxed trip. So if I had slowed down a bit, maybe a little bit more tire pressure, put the aero wheel covers on, I'm sure I would have got better economy, but that's not my priority. As long as I can get to Osoyoos, and this trip has proved that I can get to Osoyoos and back in one day without any challenges at all. And I didn't have any range anxiety. Both a better route planner and the Tesla app told me I could get to Princeton. I got there no problem, 15%. And I drove to from Princeton to Osoyoos and back on the charge that I got from Princeton, and then I just topped it back up to get me to Abbotsford and then home. So my overall impression, the Standard Range Plus is a great car to get to the Okanagan, and as soon as they open up the Tesla Supercharger network here in British Columbia, so that it's in Castlegar, Osoyoos, Grand Forks, those places, it's going to be great. You just stop, charge for 15 minutes, and off you go. 15 minutes is going to put in quite a bit of charge. I know 10 off the top of my head is like 30% when you have got it down to 15%. So 10-15 minutes, which is not a bad stop, is doable. So anyway, let's get into the charts and we'll go over it a little bit more in depth. You can see from this spreadsheet here that for the 35 minutes that I charged at Princeton, I went from 15% all the way up to 83%. But the most efficient charge was in the first 15 minutes. So unless you're going beyond Osoyoos, if you're just going to Osoyoos or Kelowna, then you probably would be good at just charging for 10 minutes and then moving on. So yeah, that's the first graph that I want to show you. This is the information that's provided by the Testify account that I have for my Tesla. The monthly fee for that is $5 a month or $50 per year, and it's got a wealth of information, so I'd highly recommend that. So anyway, the first leg here, going from my home to Princeton, it shows that I used went from 100% down to 15% with a stop at the V3 Supercharger that they're building on the side, on a Hope slide, just outside of Hope. Here on the second slide you can see that I went from Princeton to Osoyoos and then did a little bit of a charge down at one of those level 2 chargers down at the end of Main Street while I had lunch. Going there I used 30%, and yeah, you can see all the particulars here, and you can pause the video if you want to take a look at it. Let's go on to slide 3. In slide 3 you can see that I went from Osoyoos back to Princeton, and I charged there for 45 minutes. Actually, the chargers are really full and I didn't want to bring out my camera, so I don't have any footage of it, but I talked to a couple of the people there. It was a Friday, first travel day from the restrictions, so it was super busy there. I heard it was super busy at Hope as well, but I did charge up to 91%. Like I said, I got kind of carried away talking to some people, so I was able to charge there, and we'll go on to slide 3. But you can see that I used 40% going from Osoyoos to Princeton, and that's, I would say, the primary reason for that is it's a lot of uphill. Let's go on to slide 4. The final slide here shows me leaving Princeton and then driving to the V3 Supercharger at Abbotsford, and then going home and then doing a level 2 charger at my own charger in my garage. So I used quite a bit of energy coming back, and I didn't document much of it on the way back. The highways were super busy. There was a couple accidents along the way, so it took extra time for me. But overall, the trip was pretty good. I made it up there, came back. I wanted to see if I could make it to Princeton in one single charge from 100%. It is capable of doing that with the Standard Range Plus, and a long range would do it no problem. I think in the future I would do a 5 or 10 minutes pit stop at Hope, especially when the new V3 comes up, and just put a bit of a charge on it there, and then maybe only 15 or 20 minutes at Princeton if I'm only going to Osoyoos. And the same would be true if I was going to Kelowna via Merritt. I would probably stop at Hope for 5 or 10 minute charge, do a pit stop, charge while you're doing it, and then just unplug and go. And then the same thing probably at Merritt, maybe 10 minutes at most, and that would get you to the V3 Supercharger in West Kelowna. So yeah, overall the SR Plus is good for traveling to the Okanagan, and will be much better once the Supercharger network is expanded over in the Kootenays.